I remember the Chitlin Circuit. I remember when people had to actually come prepared to the local spot to engage in a live act of art where the creative process was integrated between the audience and the artist. There was antiphonal call and response. If you wasn't showing up doing your thing, they wasn't having it. Yeah, it was sort of like what was going on in many of these venues and clubs. The Apollo Theater-like experience where the live call and response shaped the music and the music responded to the electric energy of the live moment. I think we're missing that. I don't want to be too nostalgic and pretend that there are no great artists who do their thing in the midst of a live cultural moment, but as a shaping ground, as a cutting ground, as a moment where artists had to face the truth of their true integrity. If they couldn't put it down before a live audience and sing with verve, vigor, and vitality, they were soon on their way. I miss the days when great artists were broken fresh, when you heard somebody and say, man, that was the bomb. Yo, she can really sing. Not because she was synthesized, not because she was YouTubed, not because she was even auto-tuned, but because she or he was putting it down with such electricity, living momentous acclaim, that they were doing their thing in such powerful fashion that all you could say is, wow.
I remember when my family, we all lived under one roof. And I remember days of cereal with no milk. And I remember when I told the truth. I remember when I was all that you need. And I remember days when I believed in God, 'cause He still believes in me. I remember
when going to court meant playing ball and not wearing a suit. I remember when my hustle wasn't music, but selling candy at school. I remember strolling through campus with my favorite headphones on. Everyone knew my music was life, and I planned to live long. I remember the first time I touched, and I remember the first time we made love. And yes, I remember thinking I was wrong. And I remember Pops telling me leave her alone. Oh, I remember
we had simple hearts. I would play in my grandmother's big backyard. Papa Buick was a fancy car. Mom and I couldn't spend one single moment apart. True lessons learned, never bridges burned. And we took our time and turned. No word of lies, innocent eyes. No reason to hide behind my pride. True culture and love, nothing above it. Music on universal hands. The glove fits, I remember.
Do you remember the time?
Yeah, yes, I do.
I remember her. The girl is mine.
The girl is mine.
Watch out for Billie Jean. Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana. Do you remember learning your ABCs? Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Ooh, I remember.
I remember old life, old times, old beats, old flames, old hearts, old rhymes, old hearts turn cold, new chicks, new memories. Old chicks still wonder if they remember Steve. But I remember when the Bullets had a winning team and Rayful Edmond rode around in a limousine. I remember when the family really meant a thing. I remember Minnie Rip, she could really sing. And Cannonball Adderley, he could really swing. Before Wale, I remember Stinky Dink. I remember riding around in the car, me and Dub spitting raps, not going that far. Now most of these rappers ain't up to par, and a Facebook page can't make you a star. The rings, the things, the cover a bazaar don't mean a thing if you can't remember who you are.
I remember,
baby.
Biscuits and molasses, moving to the Humpty Mansion. Couldn't wait to get home and play with my friends. Saturday Soul Train video song gave me glimpses of art to inspire my soul. Ooh, I remember, yeah.
by strange fruit stained on our lips by Jim Crows. We were all we had each day, a tribe on a quest to find our way. We shucked corn to sharecrop our lives, saved 5 wheat pennies since we had no dimes to spend on fancy spreads. We made our own daily bread and had no shame to hang our holy laundry to dry. In fact, we were just glad our necks weren't on that line. I remember when we made time for our children. We were humble men, left early in the morning, worked through the evening. So many a day we missed their carefree times, didn't see their first steps, couldn't soothe their gentle whines, but the spark in our hearts was fanned by their breaths as we peeked in on them, tucked in tight while they slept. We hoped beyond tomorrow their dreams would take them far, like poems tied to rocket ships, shuttles destined for stars, on a path with a vision not limited to cars or subjective positions on Pop-Tart charts. Sugar over a fire will instantly char. I remember when black men were gentlemen and Negro boys dressed in their finest on Easter morning. I believe that we'll find that place again. History, love, family, tradition.